Conic sections are figures that are formed when a certain plane figure passes through two cones. Let's consider this cone here, and if we're going to make a copy of this and flip vertically, this is what we call as nap. The lower cone is the lower nap, and the upper cone is the upper nap. Let's say a certain plane figure goes to this figure which is parallel to our base. If this is so, we will have this figure formed here. This figure formed is actually what is considered as the first conic section. It is a circle. Again, a circle is formed when a certain plane figure parallel to the base passes through the cone. The second plane figure is this one here. It will still pass through the cone, specifically on the upper cone or upper nap, but with a certain degree of an angle. If this is so, we will have this given figure here, almost similar to what the circle is, but since it has a certain degree of an angle, the figure formed here is an ellipse. Again, this is formed when a certain plane figure passes through the cone at a certain degree of an angle. The third conic section is when we have this plane figure that will pass through the lower cone, which is parallel to the slanting or the slant height of our cone. If we're going to do it like that, this is the figure that will be formed. This figure is what we call as parabola. Again, this is formed from a plane figure passing through a cone which is parallel to the slant height of any of the two cones. The last conic section that we will have for this video is when this plane figure perpendicular to both bases will pass through our two cones in this manner. In this case, the intersection will be these figures here. This fourth conic section is what we call as hyperbola. So these are all the four conic sections we are going to deal in the first topics of pre-calculus. Now, there are also some degenerative conic sections that may be formed when a certain plane figure passes through a certain condition. Those are considered degenerative conic sections because they don't necessarily come up with a certain figure of a conic section. It might be a point, a line, or intersecting lines. As of the moment, please try to visit our channel for some videos regarding conic sections as you prepare for analytic portions of this topic.